So P10 IXL, triangle proportion theorem, is just saying if a parallel lines are cutting through a triangle, then certain sides are going to be proportional. So you can solve for the side we're looking for. So XY is going to be proportional to XW over YZ and WV. So you fill it in. XY would be 22, YZ is 11, XW is what we're searching for, so I'm just going to put an X, and WV is 18, and you cross multiply. So 11x equals 22 times 18. 22 times 18 is 396, divided by 11 is 36. 396 equals 11x, so x equals 36. Yeah, 36. Super. Okay. It says they are parallel up here, so we can still use the same rule. This is the easier way to see it. So GF, the triangle facing this way, is the top is proportional to the top of GH. The bottom, FJ, is proportional to this bottom, HI. And we are solving for HI. So we fill it all in. GF is 26, FJ is 13, GH is 36. We're solving for HI. Cross multiply. So 26x is equal to something, which means x is equal to that. So 13 times 36 is 468. Divided by 26 is 18. So 18. Now this is flipped upside down. So QR, the bottom half of this first triangle, the bottom half of that triangle, QP, both on top. Top half of Q would be RS. We don't know. TP. That's a fun color. So QR is 14. RS is what we're looking for. QP is 22. PT is what we're looking not what we're looking for, 33. And so 22x is equal to 33 times 14 by cross multiplying. So 22x equals some number. When you divide by 22, you'll get your answer. 462. 21. Forgot what I was doing for a second there. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to say these are obviously parallel. So JI, I'm trying to make sure JI and JF over the right side, IH and FG. JI is 22, IH is 44. JF is 18, FG is what? Cross multiply. So 22x equals 44 times 18. 22x equals some number, divide by 22, and you'll get your answer. 792, 36. Before I hit enter, I want you to see something that makes these questions a little easier sometimes. 36. So if you see 22 times 2 gives you 44. Then the same proportion is true down here. 18 times 2 gives you 36. So sometimes you can see that proportion without solving it like this. If you can, great. Save you some time. Look at this one. 16 times 2 gives me 32. So 7 times 2 gives me 14. So GF or FG is 14. Or you can set up your proportion and you'll get the same answer. So this one, 24 times what gives me 36? Not as obvious. I'm not sure. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. But we know these two are parallel, so we can set up our proportion and figure it out. So I'll let this one be x. The top, 24 and x. And then the bottom, 36 and 48. So 20, I've been trying to do it in the same order. No. 24 over 36 has to equal x over 48. So 36x equals 24 times 48. 1152. Divide by 36. You get 32. So you don't even have to always write all the letters out, only if it helps you. JK is what we're solving for. So the top is to equal the top of this line. The bottom, 10, has to equal the bottom of that line, 22. So I get 22x equals 440. Divide by 22, you get 20. Which makes sense because if you look, 22 times 2 gives you 44. 10 times 2 gives you 20. Okay, so now it's talking about the whole length. So there's multiple ways you can do this. Since we're just trying to find TU, I'm going to break 30 in half. So if this whole thing, U to R, is 30, this little part's 10, that makes this 20. Because if you take the whole and subtract part of it, that gives you the other part of 20. So the top, 20 over 10, is the top over the bottom of this line. So 10x equals 20 times 22, which is 440. Divide by 10, you get 44. Again, this should make sense because 10 times 2 is 20. 22 times 2 is 44. So look for shortcuts. See if you can see the pattern before you have to do it. 16 to 24 is not as easy a pattern, so write it out. 24 over 16 has to be proportional to 30 over something. But look at your answer up here. Be careful. When we find our answer x, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the whole proportion. So 24x equals 9. I'm going to do this in my head. 24x equals 16 times 30. 480 divided by 24. 20. So that's here. This is 20, but that's not my answer because my answer is S and B. So 20 plus 30. My answer is 50. This line, the top of that line is 27. The bottom of the line is 18. The top of this line is 39. The bottom of it is what we're solving for. Well, almost. We're solving for all of it. So cross multiply to find x. Seven up 2 divided by 27 is 26. So this is 26. And 26 plus 39 is 65. So the whole thing has to be 65. Okay, we're trying to find QR. We're trying to find this. And we know the whole thing is 24. So 24 minus 16 gives me, guys, it is late. I'm running late. I cannot think. Gotta get out of here. It's 8. I can't believe I just did that in a calculator. You can make fun of me for that. So the top of TQ over the bottom of TQ, the top of SQ over the bottom. Cross multiply. To 40 divided by 8 should be 30. And that made sense. I didn't have to do any of that work if I had looked at my proportion. Look at my proportion up here. 8 to 16, I times by 2. So 15 times by 2 should give me 30. Work smarter, not harder. I wouldn't have embarrassed myself, would I? See if I can be clever, more clever on this one. 72 minus 24. 48. Ah, good. 48. So this is 48. And 24 times 2 is 48. So if we're going the other way, you divide by 2. 48 divided by 2 is 24. So 42 divided by 2 will be 21. Might have been easier to set up the proportion. I was trying to be clever, and I think I've made it more work and more mental on my part. But it is. All right, this one you had to get to 70, so if you can get to 75, you should be good. If you need me to do more, or if you want to join me on Google Meet before your test, please let me know so I can help you out.